flash, bright like a roaring fight. Crypto dreams under stadium lights. Sweat and fire, hearts ignite. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch replay. Highlights, wild scores collide. It's the riot live tonight. Blades drawn, bold on the chalkboard slate. Rivals clash, it's a heavyweight fate. Every second pounding, can't wait. Evening sports buffet, with the Ginch replay. Highlights, wild scores collide. It's the riot
I forgot to say I'm muting my mic. Welcome to Hump Day. Early evening sports with Ginch. I'm Mr. Ginch. I'm here for the host.
Thanks to the Ginch Quartet there. Well, welcome. Hey, look, all kinds of shit going on in sports for the last couple of days. It's been busy, to say the least. Real busy. I'll go over some of today's headlines. We're just going to jump right into it here. Todd Bowles is returning as Buccaneers coach in 2026. Reported by Jen Elaine Espin. It says here, on Tuesday, Bowles met with the Glazer family who own the Buccaneers, and he was informed of their desire to continue the relationship. It should be noted that this meeting happened after news broke that the Baltimore Ravens had fired Super Bowl winning head coach John Harbaugh. I'll get to that in a second. So Bowles will be back. Not a good season for the Buccaneers. They've got talent, although it's an older team. We'll see what they do in the offseason to bolster that roster. Yes, John Harbaugh was released by the Ravens. I don't know who they're going to go after, to be quite honest with you. Be careful what you wish for. I thought it was kind of shitty. Although organizationally, the Ravens have said that they were regressing as a franchise. So, look, players usually went out. Lamar Jackson, his relationship, quite contentious, to say the least. So you don't think that the Baltimore Ravens are going to get rid of Lamar Jackson, do you? No. So the coach goes, Harbaugh will be on everybody's high list to be their next head coach. Giants, the Browns, maybe. I'm not so sure that John Harbaugh wants to be part of a reclamation project. I've heard the Titans. I say there's a team in Miami. I know they said that they're bringing Mike McDaniel back. But I think Miami is closer to the playoffs than any of the teams out there. So the Dolphins might want to rethink that situation. NBA news, reported by Shams Charania Espin. Trae Young for the Atlanta Hawks. He has the Wizards as his top trade destination. I don't know why. What's he going to win with Washington? Although some people say that he would take Washington to the next level. What has he done with the Hawks? He's had a couple good seasons. Hawks have made the playoffs here and there. Young has a $49 million player option in the offseason, an expiring contract. He would opt out in the offseason, leave as a free agent, and give the Hawks almost $40 million in cap space. So I don't know what the solution is there. I have no idea. Just depends who's willing to give up what for him. Situation will have to be right. So we'll see. Major League Baseball news: the Marlins trade Edward Cabrera to the Cubs for Owen Cassie. Reported by Jesse Rogers of ESPN. I don't know what that does for both teams, to be honest with you. I have no idea. Is that a good trade? Cubs Marlins fans, is that a good trade? I don't know. Both teams have miles to go to even sniff the playoffs. So, more NFL news. And look, everybody knows my feeling on Jerry Jones. But he came out and said that the goal is to retire with the most Super Bowls. Somebody might want to check and see if they replaced his Folgers crystals with crack. He says he's going to be the GM till he dies, by the way. He said, quote unquote, my goal in life is to retire as the owner that won the most Super Bowls. Good luck with that, by the way. That's my goal, to be retired in the NFL as the owner that won the most Super Bowls. We've got 3. How many more do I have to go as a single owner? Robert Kraft has 6, so I got work to do, but at least I'm up to the second rung in the ladder. Are you high? He has taken a once proud franchise that I used to root for, and he has fisted Cowboy Nation for the last 30 fucking years. That's right. Been 30 years. 95-96 season. That they last made a AFC championship game and the last time they won a Super Bowl. Only team, ladies and gentlemen, since they made the last Super Bowl to not make an NFC championship game. He has work to do. The fuck out of here. First of all, your defense blows. Offensively, you show flashes. You're going to have, but at times they disappear. And here you go. Every team has holes. No shit. But you have a hell of a lot more holes than anybody else. We're talking Swiss cheese fucking holes. It's enough of that. I'm tired of talking about that clown. 3 people were arrested after Shador Sanders' home was broken into in November. I'm not saying who those individuals are, but at least they have apprehended the people who were responsible for the break-in. Catherine Terrell, reporter for ESPN, Saints committed to Tyler Shuck as starting quarterback in 2026. So they're going to stick with him. Spencer Rattler going to get traded? Is he going to be the backup? I don't know. Kellen Moore said, Tyler's done an awesome job through this entire process. He's gotten a ton better. He's taken advantage of a bunch of opportunities. We're excited to have the full offseason to build. Again, another team played well the second half of the season, so it'll be interesting to see what the Saints do in the offseason. College football news, Miami coach Mario Cristobal, he blames the adults for the portal trickery. Reported by David Hale, Espin. He said, if you don't think it happens, we're kidding ourselves. It happens all the time. As far as the portal overlap. But I blame the adults. We created this system, right? We're supposed to be setting an example. We're supposed to be setting the standard. When you create a system that has as many holes as it does, shame on you if you're surprised by some of the results that come with it. Don't get me started on NIL, transfer portal, the whole 9 yards. I'm giving my 2 cents worth. The transfer portal. Look, play the season. After the national championship game is over, then you open up the transfer portal for 10 days in January. Or have the transfer portal from January whatever. Like this year, it would be January 20th to January 31st, and then the portal's shut. Or if you don't want to do that, don't have the transfer portal until after the spring games are done. But the NCAA and the powers that be and X, Y, Z, they've got this so fucked up. It's FUBAR. They've made a mockery out of college athletics. It's not college athletics anymore. I'm going to stop calling it. It's amateur. It's amateur football is what it is. It really is. Other NFL news. Looks like Jordan Love will be your starting quarterback for the Packers this week when they play the Bears. Quarterback for Alabama, Mr. Tyler Simpson, he says he's headed to the NFL draft, so he is not coming back. I'm not even going to try and go through the transfer portal in college football because it's just insane. Insane. See, what else? Trying to look over some other stuff here. Yesterday, Mr. Morton was fired as the Lions offensive coordinator after just one season, so he's out. Commanders Cliff Kingsbury and Mr. Witt, they're both out for the Commanders. They have been let go. The Atlanta Falcons have reworked Mr. Kirk Cousins' deal to set up a key decision in the offseason for them. For the Cowboys, obviously Matt Eberflus, the offensive coordinator, was let go. Sorry, defensive coordinator. What's some of the other news? Washington Huskies quarterback Mr. Williams, he's hit the transfer portal despite signing a UW deal. It's just beyond. Like you never think you're going to see like something in sports that you thought that it would take a turn as it is now. But yeah. Mr. Jackson Arnold, quarterback from Auburn, he has left for the transfer portal, but he is headed to UNLV. Caleb Downs for Ohio State, he has informed Ohio State he is declaring for the NFL draft, as is Carnell Tate for Ohio State. So Ohio State has some rebuilding to do. So those are just some of the news and notes from around the world in sports. I'm trying to go through like other stuff here. NBA news, LeBron said that it is up to him for fitting his game around Luka. He said, quote unquote, Luka don't need to bend his game for me. Luka is our 26-year-old franchise for this ball club. He don't need to bend his game. It's up to us to bend our game around him and figure it out. We just try to be dynamic and work off him. We know he is an unbelievable pick and roll player, unbelievable shot maker. He commands the defense. He has 4 eyes, sometimes 6 eyes on him. So it's up to us to put ourselves in the right position. It's not a problem for me. It's not an issue for me. Nicely put. So those are just some of the news and notes from around the league. I'm trying to look at some other stuff here. Let me jump to the association. Scores from yesterday. The Grizzlies beat the Spurs 106 to 105 for your Spurs. Mr. Champagne, 23 points. He led all scores for San Antonio. And for Memphis, your leading scorer was two people, Jackson Jr. and Spencer each with 21 apiece. The Cavaliers beat the Pacers 120 to 116. Leading scorer for the Pacers was Darius Garland with 29 points. Jared Allen added 12 boards. For the Pacers, your leading scorer was Pascal Siakam, 22 points. Mr. Furphy added 11 boards. The Wizards beat the Magic 120 to 112. For the Magic, your leading scorer was Mr. Richardson off the bench with 20 points. For the Wizards, the leading scorer was Mr. McCollum with 27 points. Timberwolves beat the Heat 122 to 94. For the Heat, your leading scorer was Mr. Powell. Adebayo and Ware added 11 rebounds apiece. And for the Timberwolves, your leading scorer was Anthony Edwards, 26 points. And of course, Rudy Gobert does his thing. He had 16 boards. Lakers beat the Pelicans 111 to 103. For the Lakers, leading scorer was LeBron James and Luka Doncic, each with 30 points apiece. DeAndre Ayton added 18 and 11 boards. For the Pelicans, your leading scorer was Trey Murphy III, 42 points. Mr. Queen added 13 boards. Mavericks beat the Kings 100 to 98. Leading scorer for the Mavs, Cooper Flagg, 20 points. Anthony Davis added 19 points, 16 boards. For the Kings, leading scorer is Mr. DeRozan, 21 points. I still sound a little stuffed. I'm still battling this fucking virus or cold or whatever the hell I have. Still lingering. On the slate tonight, the Nuggets at the Celtics at 7 o'clock. At 9:30, Lakers Spurs. 10 o'clock, Bucks at the Warriors. 7 o'clock, Raptors at the Hornets. Bulls at the Pistons. Wizards at the Sixers. 7:30, Pelicans at the Hawks. Magic at the Nets. Clippers at the Knicks. 8 o'clock, Suns at the Grizz. Jazz at the Thunder. And out there on the West Coast, Rockets and the Blazers. NHL scores yesterday. The Maple Leafs beat the Panthers 4-1. Kraken beat the Bruins 7-4. Sabres beat Canucks 5-3. Lightning beat the Avalanche 4-2. Flyers beat the Ducks 5-2. Hurricanes beat the Stars 6-3. Islanders blanked the Devils 9-0. Overtime. Golden Knights over the Jets 4-3. Oilers beat the Preds 6-2. Sharks beat the Blue Jackets 5-2. I will say this about the NHL. There is no goaltending. I watched a couple games and just go back and look at the scores over the last couple months. The goaltending is non-existent, nor is the defense. You could probably maybe name 3 or 4 teams stat-wise that have excellent goaltending and defensive stats. The rest of the league, it's putrid. On the slate tonight, Flames at the Canadiens, Blues at the Blackhawks, Stars at the Caps, Senators at the Mammoth, and the Sharks are at the Kings. The NCAA Football Final Four, as I call it, or the Amateur Football Final Four, Semi-Pro Football Final Four, kicks off tomorrow with Ole Miss and Miami. I will make my predictions tomorrow on another episode of Early Eating Sports Buffet with the Ginch, right here on the Cole County Entertainment Network. NCAA men's basketball. Top 25 action from yesterday. Michigan, number 2 Michigan, beat Penn State 74-72. Number 6 Duke beat number 20 Louisville 84-73. Number 18, Georgia was upset by Florida 92-77. Number 19, Iowa upset by Minnesota 70-67. Oklahoma State upset number 5 UCF 87-76. A good one down there in the Big 12. Number 7, Houston beat number 14, Texas Tech 69-65. Number 21, Tennessee over Texas 85-71. Number 22, Kansas held off TCU 104-100. Top 25 action tonight in the men's. You got number 4, UConn at Providence. Number 3, Iowa State at Baylor. Number 5, Purdue hosts Washington. Number 1, Arizona will be hosting Kansas State. And number 9, BYU hosts Arizona State. Number 11, Vanderbilt hosts number 13, Alabama. Good SEC matchup there. Tune in. Number 15, Arkansas at Ole Miss. Number 23, Virginia hosting California. Should be a good game in the ACC there. Another decent one, number 24, SMU at Clemson. We go to the women. Top 25 action from yesterday. There's only one game. Number 21 USC upset by Oregon 71-66. Top 25 action tonight. Number 11 Iowa State is at Cincinnati. Number 17 Texas Tech is at West Virginia. Should be a good one there down in the Big 12. Number 19 Ohio State is at Illinois. A good one in the Big 10. Number 1 UConn hosting St. John's. A good one there. Number 13, TCU, hosts Oklahoma State. Should be another good one in the Big 12. Major League Baseball news. The Athletics have been denied trademarks ahead of the move to Las Vegas. Reported by the Associated Press, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has denied the A's request to trademark the names Las Vegas Athletics and Vegas Athletics. The club, which intends to move in Nevada in 2028, has 3 months from when the refusals were issued in December 29th to ask for an extension to file a new application within a 6-month period. The A's were told the nickname Athletics was too generic and could be confused with other activities, even if associated with Las Vegas. Interesting. Have to keep an eye on that. Obviously, the Philadelphia Phillies have hired Don Mattingly as their bench coach. Whatever that means. Aren't all coaches that are on the bench coaches? Confused on that. The PGA Tour will be kicking off next weekend, by the way. The Sony Open, I believe it is. Going to be a quick one tonight. Coming up at 7 o'clock here on the Cole County Entertainment Network, another episode of 4 Down Territory. Be previewing the wild card weekend in the NFL. Mr. Mike Fuji Fiordimondo will be joining me. We'll break it down for you. So I think that's going to end it there. I don't see any other massive news. Well, let's go to some NHL news. The Mammoth will be hosting the 27 Winter Classic at Ute Stadium. Good. Utah in the wintertime? Yeah, I'm feeling it. The AHL and the PHLA, which would be Professional Hockey Players Association, they have tentatively agreed on a new CBA, according to the Associated Press. It must be ratified by the AHL's Board of Governors and the union's membership in the U.S. and Canada-based developmental league just below the NHL. So, good to hear that. So, I think we're going to end it there. As I say at the end of each show, practice compassion, practice empathy, have passion for what you do. Hug somebody every once in a while. Ooh, we got a comment. Oh, there he is. Fuji said the bench coach is second in command in Major League Baseball. Then he says second in command behind the manager. That's what I was thinking, Fuji, but as far as I'm concerned, all coaches that are sitting on the bench are bench coaches. That's just me. We don't need to give them titles. You have the manager. Just call him the assistant manager. How's that? You got your manager, and then you have your manager 1A. Let's put it that way. As I was saying, hug somebody every once in a while. You might make their day. Tell somebody you love them. You might not get a second opportunity. And for the love of Christ, if you see somebody struggling in whatever way, ask questions, inquire how to maybe get them help. You might not just be saving a life. You might be saving a multitude of lives. So, with all that being said, again, 7 o'clock here on the Cole County Entertainment Network, 4 Down Territory, myself, Mike Fuji, will be breaking down Wild Card Weekend, making our picks and such. So, join us at 7 o'clock. There's only one left to do, and that's for Dandy Don to take me out.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night, the party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.